Welcome back, Geordies. It's Adam from Two for Joy. Up the tune. Come on. A 1-0 win at Stamford Bridge. And I couldn't be happier with this result. I'll be honest. When I saw the lineup, I thought this midfield three is going to get crushed by Chelsea. But we held our own. And as much as we didn't control the game, 18 minutes in, Joe Willock sneaks in behind Reece James to square the ball to Anthony Gordon, and a fantastic tap in. And this first half, there was penalty shouts where VAR looked at it and Malik Chow's dragged to the ground by Reece James from a corner. And when they show this, the replay, there's three Chelsea players in there holding Newcastle defenders, not looking at the ball, facing away from the goal with no shout to say that they're challenging for that ball when it comes in. And I felt this is a really dangerous tactic from Chelsea, especially Reece James. He should know better. But he's dragged Malik Chow to the floor. And VAR haven't given it as a penalty. And when I looked back, it's a 50-50. Paul Tierney doesn't give it. VAR don't give it. It's a perfectly valid penalty shout. Some people might say it's soft. I think it's a pen. But moving towards the end of that half, Cole Palmer crosses the ball in. And two of these got given against Newcastle. But Cole Palmer crosses the ball in. Aaron Ramsdale punches that ball out. And Cucurella jumps straight into Ramsdale and knocks him to the floor. And the ball falls to Reece James on the edge of the 18-yard box as he winds to shoot. Anthony Gordon comes in, steals that ball away and takes a kick on the shin. And in this first half, Anthony Gordon worked his absolute fucking nuts off. He was brilliant tonight. And I know I always say, personally, I believe he's a personal achievements guy. He's a personal accolades guy. He is in it for himself. But tonight, he did everything for the team. I give him credit, big credit to Anthony Gordon tonight. He was fantastic this evening. He offered us in every asset of this game. And even as a 9, he was making runs into the right spaces. He was showing for the right options when we were going forward. And I always felt like there was a chance of us nicking a second. But going into that second half, I have to say, I felt like Nick Voltemade, he's playing out of position. He's not a number 8. I don't like this midfield three with Ramsey, Willock and Voltemade in it. I felt they did okay tonight. I really do feel they did well. I felt Jacob Ramsey was fantastic. I felt Joe Willock was at the highest, probably one of the highest levels I've seen him. But Nick Voltemade suffers in there because that role is not designed around his skill set. And I do understand, I do kind of get Eddie's going for this midfield role because we've got Joe Linton, who he wants to rest for the Champions League. Sandro Tonali wasn't in the squad tonight. Bruno still out. Lewis Miley still out. The options are short. I totally get that. But when these guys come back, I don't want to see Nick Voltemade playing as a number 8. I don't believe he physically is good enough in that role. I don't think he's strong enough. And I don't believe it will actually help him in his career. But going into that second half, Cole Palmer gets a chance in behind Newcastle, breaks the lines behind Newcastle, and he's in the box. And Nick Voltemade comes across to make a challenge on Cole Palmer, and he goes down in the penalty area. And when I saw it, I thought, here we go. It's soft. It's so soft. When Paul Tierney, I'll give him credit, points for a goal kick. And when they show the replay back, Cole Palmer stands on top of Nick Voltemade's foot and goes down for a penalty. Now, Jacob Ramsey being sent off a couple of weeks ago for simulation, you've got to be fucking taking the piss with Cole Palmer going down after standing on top of Nick Voltemade's foot. And I'll say the same thing. I think it was Fofana. Anthony Gordon going through. Last man Fofana. And it's a clear 10 feet. It's a good 10 feet that Anthony Gordon and Fofana are away from the Chelsea backline when Fofana clips Gordon and takes him to ground. He is last man. And Paul Tierney goes straight, gives the free kick straight away, goes straight to his pocket and gives him a yellow card. He does not want to send off a Chelsea player, purely as they are the most red-carded team in the Premier League. They're pushing for Champions League football. But fantastic from Newcastle tonight. Absolutely fantastic. I felt in the first half or throughout the game, Anthony Gordon, 9 out of 10. Lewis Hall, 9 out of 10. Tino Livramento, 9 out of 10. Jacob Ramsey tonight was absolutely brilliant. Joe Willock, 8 out of 10. He was really, really good. And the guys, the unsung heroes from this, Malik Chow was a stalwart in that second half. The option as an out ball, his managing João Pedro and Liam Delap, some last-ditch tackles, which were absolutely fantastic. And the guy that won't get, I don't think will get as much credit as he deserves, Aaron Ramsdale tonight. His catching was good. His punching was good. 3 solid saves. He offers us so much defensively, being able to play the ball back. And teams not be so confident to bear down on him in the way they do it with Nick Pope. I know a lot of people have said that Aaron Ramsdale, they feel he's not the right player to be Newcastle's number 1 keeper. I honestly feel if you look back seasons ago when he was at Arsenal playing number 1, I felt like he was at his peak. He was at the top of his game, and I felt he was a very good keeper to keep you in Champions League football. And if we can get him back to that, he can only grow. His confidence will grow from these results. Clean sheet, finally. I'm so chuffed for him to finally get a clean sheet. But his footwork tonight, especially, being able to play out from the back, offers Newcastle something completely different, which allows us to play more expansive football. It's what we've wanted to see from Nick Pope previously for seasons now, to be honest. And having a keeper that can actually play out with his feet. And I feel like he's earned that number 1 spot now. I feel like he's in there until he makes a massive mistake and he loses it. And that's kind of how it's been with Eddie, which is it's a funny way of managing your goalkeeper situation, but it's working. And I give big credit to Eddie tonight because I'll be quite honest, I looked at that team sheet and I didn't think we'd get a result with the team that he put out. But really good. Really, really good performance. And I've got 2 things to touch on. So we'll start with referee Paul Tierney. Number 1, having your group huddle around the referee at the start of the game, Chelsea. The weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen. But Paul Tierney, I have to give credit. I'm not a fan of Paul Tierney at all. I felt like he got 95% of these decisions correct tonight. And I felt like the big key decisions, especially the penalty shout on Cole Palmer, he nailed it spot on straight away. And I give him big credit because I'm be the first one to whinge about shit refereeing that I see week in, week out. I thought he was almost absolutely perfect tonight with his calls for the refereeing. And then Sky Sports. Sky Sports commentary. I don't know where they get these fucking Muppets from. But I love a stat. Now, the Sky Sports commentator claimed that Newcastle haven't won a game against a team in the top 7 this season. We beat Man City. Get your fucking stats right. And 2, why did Sky Sports pull the scoreline and the minutes off the screen at 97 minutes so that we couldn't see the time or the scoreline as this game came to an end? I think it's absolutely horrendous. And I know if anyone flags it, it'll come up as it's a glitch. It'll be it was a mistake that was made. It's typical for a Big Six team to get moments like this that happen for them when they're pushing to get back in that top six. And they've had an absolute fucking shocker tonight losing to us, because it puts them right outside the remit. It leaves it wide open for Liverpool, Villa, Man United to establish themselves in those positions for Champions League football. Opens the door right back up for Liverpool. And then last of all, Thomas Tuchel sat in the stand tonight. And I have to say it. I hear Chelsea fans every fucking week bang on about Reece James being the best right back in the Premier League. And I'll be quite honest, tonight he showed it all. He showed absolutely everything. He was out of position for the first goal. He dragged Malik Chow to the floor in the penalty box rather than defending the corner. His corners were shit. His passing was crap. He didn't get stuck into the challenges. He made silly fouls. And honestly, look at this game. Garnacho, not a sniff all night. Tino Livramento and Lewis Hall are the England fullbacks for the next 10 years. If you can't see that now, you're looking at the wrong sport. Genuinely, these two kids are, and I don't hate to use that term, but they are generational talents. And the fact that Manchester United, Man City, Liverpool, they're all talking about signing Tino Livramento, Lewis Hall. The fact that these teams are so interested in all of our players tells you how good these players are. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know. A big key topic is really the Nick Voltmada one. Let me know if you think Nick Voltmada will come good at Newcastle. Let me know if you think this number 8 role, that he'll ever be able to develop into what we need in that number 8 role. Or if you think that Eddie, when we get these players back, when Bruno's back, Sandro's back, Miley's back in that team, Joel Linton's back in that team, Jacob Ramsey, Joe Willock, do you think Nick Voltmada will get the chance up front? Or do you think he's going to get pushed by the wayside and sold in the summer? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe, guys. We're on the road to 1,000. And hopefully I will see you in the next one.